started going to Irish dance classes when I was I was in the buggy, and I went with my two sisters who were older than me. They were learning Irish dance, so I went along to the classes in the buggy, and then I just stepped out and started dancing. I never wanted to do anything else but Irish dance, so I never feel like I missed out on anything else. It was like Irish dance always came first when I was going to school, and then I qualified as a teacher, and I explored other types of dance, but I always kept coming back to Irish dance, just kept me drawn back in. So it's just something that's always been there for as long as I can remember. My own dance teacher was Rory O'Connor, and he was quite famous in Ireland in the 1950s because he used to dance on the radio. So they used to record the programs for the radio, and he used to do the tapping out of the sounds on the floor. And he was quite inspirational. He travelled all over the States and Australia long before the days of Michael Flatley, so he did a whole lot to promote Irish dance. So he's definitely one inspiration. And then I absolutely adore what Prodigy are doing these days. They're just an incredible show. It's different, it's not the usual, this is an Irish story or an Irish love story. They're trying to do something really different with Irish dance and break new boundaries, and I love what they do. I'm qualified 30 years as an Irish dance teacher this June, but I was teaching for about 7 years before that with my sister as an assistant teacher in her dance school in Dublin, so roughly 37 years. I'm in charge of McKenna Munster Irish Dance, and we teach locally here to LIT, and we have a number of different component parts of the club. So we do regular classes for children from age 4 to about 18. We've just started our ABC Dance Club, which is for toddlers with their parents aged 2 to 4. We do adult classes as well, and we're doing some outreach programs. So one of those is with Thomond Community College, just here next door to LIT. We're doing that for the month of March and into April as well.
Coming up to competition, we have 3 classes, and we normally fit like every kind of weekend or have a workshop or something, and I'd practice at home the other days then. People find it really hard to start because it's not the easiest thing to do, but like a lot of people give up, so if you just stick at it and work at it, it gets easier and you improve. I've been going to competition since I was like under 7, under 8. At Connacht's, my highlight was 2nd, and at Worlds I got 6th in my jig and 11th in my reel. I was really happy with that.
Well, I find first of all that dance generally, regardless of the type of dance, is kind of overlooked when it comes to available funding. And I think when there is funding available for dance, that Irish dance is somehow down the bottom of that list. And it kind of annoys me a lot, because Irish dance and Irish culture in Ireland should really be promoted. So the Creative Ireland programme that was announced just a few weeks ago by the government that provides funding for music in national schools, they haven't made any allocation for dancing in national schools. And I'd also love to see dance of any type being brought into the secondary school cycle in terms of fitness and you know, almost like a sport, but to allow the secondary school students to have some outlet other than just the regular academic maths, Irish, English, whatever, to have an outlet other than that. So yeah, I do think that more funding could be made available, and I think we could be promoted a little bit more. As Irish dance teachers, you know, we do work hard, and we don't seem to get any recognition from anyone really.
I'm researching the loss and grief of Irish dancers who are transitioning out of competition, and I'm studying that at LIT. And Carmel McKenna is my supervisor, so she's with one Irish dance organisation, and Cogall, who are co-sponsoring my scholarship. And Jennifer Moran-Stritch then is in the loss and grief in the social science department. So together they're supervising me on this aspect, because it's not a topic that's talked about among Irish dancers. There's very few literature on dance and none on Irish dance specifically. So most literature on loss is to do with bereavement, death, and then in Irish dance literature, which is fairly new, the focus tends to be more on Irish dance within the diaspora or Irish dance history background, the story of Irish dance, and dance in globalization, so more on like a geographical scale, whereas this research will look more at the social dynamics of competition culture, and more so once they've left that competition culture and that social entity. So it's trying to bridge a gap in research that hasn't been written, and hopefully from this research then it will open up new, a path for discourse and for people to get people talking about it, and hopefully then it's an easier transition, because I know from my own experience that there is a loss of a dancer identity once you stop competing, and even if you stay within the dance community, your role changes from competitor to associate teacher or teacher.